Hello and welcome to my Tuesday conference call. I'm Ted Keys, your top freight agent training expert here in Pasadena, California. And if you have any questions today after the call, any questions regardless of what it is, or specifically, are you ready to join our top producing freight sales team? Then give me a call, Ted Keys. I'm at 626-309-9141. On this attachment, I'm going to go over 8 motivation tips. 8 motivation tips specifically designed for freight agents. These are motivation tips specifically designed for freight agents. Apply them and you'll see your motivation increase, where you actually set goals and you use my systems to accomplish those goals. So let's talk about these 8 motivation tips for freight agents. The first motivation tip is set goals that you will accomplish. Let me say that again. Set goals. Set your goals that you will actually accomplish. If you come into this, let me give you an example. If you come into this profession and you write down this goal, make $1 million first year, I guarantee you almost to 99.9% that you will not accomplish it. Why? Because you have to go through this system of changing to get to that point. So my first tip is set goals that you will accomplish. Let me give you a little more detail there. You're not creating a wish list, okay? This is not a wish list. You're creating a success plan. Motivation builds when you have a clear understanding of what you're doing, why you're doing it, and what it is you're working to accomplish. The most successful freight sales agents are those who clearly understand their why. So I ask you personally, what's your why? Why are you doing this? Okay. Once you figure out your why, then you require motivation to continue in the process. So tip number 1, set goals that you'll accomplish. Tip number 2 is devise a plan of action. Okay. Once you've accomplished tip number 1, tip number 2 is devise a plan of action. Once goals are established, once you've written them down and they're accomplishable, break each one down into weekly and daily action steps that you check off as you complete them. Okay, these are daily, weekly action steps. Review your progress as you're going along. Celebrate your achievements. Oh, how important that is. Successes build momentum and are great motivators to keep you going. So tip number 2 is devise a plan of action. Tip number 3 is to time block your day. Time block your day. What do I mean by that? Well, blocking or compartmentalizing tasks into single chunks assist in pushing through days when you feel slow and undermotivated. Let me give you an example of this. When making your daily cold calls, set aside 15 minutes to dial a certain number and then move on to the next 15-minute task. Splitting up your daily goals into small doable tasks lessens resistance and your ability to finish them becomes more realistic. So tip number 3 is time block your day. Take your tasks and time block them throughout your day, throughout your week, throughout your month. Tip number 4 is reach out to other entrepreneurs. Boy, if you want to get motivated by other individuals, then reach out to other entrepreneurs, specifically freight sales agents. If you're with our office and you've signed up with us, well, who do you think is going to motivate you the best here? Yes, you're looking at them. That's me, Ted Keys, 626-309-9141. Working from your home is isolating, no doubt about it, so a great support network, online or off, keeps your motivation high and provides a boost of energy that gets you through the day. Networking with other agents or self-employed individuals, just reach out to others. You've got so many forms of social media now. Again, if you're with our office, I'm your main one to network with. Share your challenges, share your strategies and methods of motivation with these folks that you connect with. Networking with others reminds you of why you got into the business initially and keeps motivation at an all-time high, and it keeps it flowing. It keeps your motivation flowing. Stay abreast of my webinars, my conference calls, to develop your sales skills, to keep you continually sharp. So, tip number 4, reach out to other entrepreneurs. Tip number 5 is to start and stay healthy. I talked about that earlier. The third form of motivation is devising a exercise program. Tip number 5 to keep motivated is just what I said, start and stay healthy. Sitting for long times is a detriment to staying healthy. It drains your energy and contributes to weight gain. The sick and tired body can't maintain a motivated and productive lifestyle. I mean, it's just that simple. So set a time each day to get in at least 30 minutes of physical activity. This assists your body in releasing more endorphins, a natural feel-good hormone that increases energy and motivation. Tip number 5 is start and stay healthy. Tip number 6 is to dress for success. Tip number 6 is to dress for success. Although working from home gives you the ability to spend your day in pajamas, it doesn't mean that you should. Wearing the right clothes can be a confidence booster and motivator as well. If you desire to make $1 million, then dress like a millionaire. If you just get up, throw on your pajamas, throw on your sweats, believe me, that is not how a millionaire dresses. A millionaire at least puts on a nice t-shirt, nice shorts, nice socks, nice pair of shoes. And remember, just because you're isolated doesn't mean you work in your pajamas. So tip number 6 is dress for success. Tip number 7 could not be this could not be a more important tip, and that is to read my Bible Insight. Read my Bible Insight. This is something when you're on my contact list that you receive every single morning, 5 o'clock Eastern Time, 8 o'clock, I take it back, 5 o'clock Pacific Time, and 8 o'clock Eastern Time. Hey, daily quotes are great motivators when you read them over and over. If you're searching for daily motivation, then read my Insight. It will land in your LDI Gmail account early every morning. Again, my motivation, as I said earlier, comes from the Bible. That's what you will read. You'll read Bible verses that will most definitely motivate you to the highest levels. That's tip number 7. Tip number 8 is to never, ever, ever, ever quit. Don't ever quit this process. Why start something and not finish it? Train yourself to finish what you start. Train yourself to finish what you start. Visualize that end goal. If you refuse to quit until you've done, you'll cross the finish line and discover that you've got what it takes to be that success in this industry and in this profession. So number 8, motivator number 8 is to never, ever, ever quit. 8 motivation tips to stay motivated. Tip number 1, set goals that you'll accomplish. Tip number 2, devise a plan of action. Tip number 3, time block your day. Tip number 4, reach out to other entrepreneurs. Tip number 5 is to start and stay healthy. Tip number 6 is to dress for success. Tip number 7 is to read my Bible Insight. Tip number 8 is to never, ever, ever quit. 8 motivation tips for you to stay motivated, for freight sales agents to stay motivated on a daily, weekly, monthly, and yearly level. Do you have any questions again? Do you have any questions about today's call? What I went over about motivation is so important. It's so important that you motivate yourself the correct way. Or more importantly, are you ready to join our top producing freight sales team? Then give me, Ted Keys, a call. I'm at 626-309-9141. Great topic for today, motivation. Take these skills, apply them. You'll be amazed at what happens to your results.